everybody, welcome back. Hope you are all well. As the title suggests, I'm just going to do a quick 12-week update. I cannot believe my baby boy is 12 weeks. I don't quite know where the last 12 weeks have gone. They've just kind of whizzed by. Obviously he spent some time in NICU, so that took quite a few weeks out. And I'm still really sad that he hasn't met anybody yet. He still hasn't really mixed with family. He really hasn't seen anybody. Other than the first weekend he was born, but he's still not really seen anybody. We are obviously still in lockdown to a degree. I know we can still go out a little bit more, but we're still not allowed to see family or friends. Yeah, so that's where we're at with that. So he is 12 weeks today. It is Friday it must be the 15th of May. Oh my gosh, see, this is what lockdown does to you. So here he is. He's just having a little sleep actually, look. Aren't you, Babs? We're just sat at the table. So we still haven't really established any kind of routine. We had a bit of a routine going on, then he had his surgery, and that threw the routine completely out the window. He hasn't really been himself since then. Then we were slowly getting back to some sort of routine, and then he had his injections. So he's behind on his injections. We only had our first lot of injections this week, so he obviously should be having his second lot by now, but because of surgery he wasn't allowed to have them before surgery, and he wasn't allowed to have them for 2 weeks after, so we're just playing a little bit of catch up. So obviously his injections have knocked him for 6, and it's thrown all his milk and feeds and stuff out the window. He's probably having 4 ounces every 3 hours, give or take, 2.5, 3 hours, sometimes 3 ounces, so he's all a bit over the place with his feeds. He is semi-sleeping through, I guess you could say. He is kind of, I don't know which way you'd look at it, but sleeping through the night. He hasn't really had a night feed for, oh my gosh, for as long as I can remember. He wakes in the night, but he just kind of wants comfort and set in. He's not really waking for a feed. He wakes around about 1, that seems to be his time, between 1 and 2, and he just kind of wants a little bit of comfort. Then he wakes again between 4 and 5, and that's possibly when he wants a feed. Obviously 5 o'clock to me is sort of morning, so I don't really class that as a night feed. And he will go back to sleep, so that's really good. Trying to think what else he's got going on. Obviously he's had his surgery. We're still having to do things to help him in his recovery process, and we will be doing this for 3 months. I might do a separate surgery update video. We've got an appointment at the Children's Hospital again in a couple of weeks for them to just check him over again. We went last week, I think, so 2 weeks after his surgery we went. Yeah, last week we went, yeah, it was a week ago. Just for them to check him over and see how he's healing and stuff. Oh, I had loads of stuff I was going to say and I've completely forgotten it all now. So I've done his feeds, I've done how he's sleeping. He's a lot more alert when he's awake now. We actually play with toys and stuff. Not I say play with toys, but obviously I get his toys out and we play with them and I read him stories. We do singing. He's a lot more, when he's awake, he is a lot more alert, and we do a lot more with him, which is really good. He's obviously enjoying having his sisters home because they are still home due to lockdown, which has been quite nice, I guess. Oh, I'll say that in a minute. His weight. Now, because obviously clinics aren't open, I am guessing his weight by putting me and him on the scales, then getting off and weighing myself. So he's between sort of 13 and 14 pounds, give or take, somewhere around there, for 12 weeks. So he's almost a stone in weight, and he is growing like you would not believe. Like, I can't believe that he's well over double his birth weight already. Well over it. I took a picture last night actually, like a comparison picture from when he was born, and he looks so much bigger, so much bigger. Sorry, excuse me, my eye keeps watering because I put makeup on. This is why I haven't been wearing makeup, because my eyes just stream. Yeah, he loves a good bath, he loves singing, he's definitely a mummy's boy. This is his favourite place to be, in my arms. He loves sitting with me, and if I put him down quite often he cries, so I'm not really able to get much done because I just spend most of my day like this, holding him. Just wanted to quickly insert a little bit, or just say a little bit about how I feel. I have really struggled. Hugo is our last baby. We are fairly certain we are not going to have any more. We always said we'd have 3 babies, and I've been really struggling with the fact that we are stuck in the house. He is my last baby. By the time people meet him now, he is technically not a newborn baby. No one's really seen him in our newborn bubble. No one's really seen him and met him. You know, potentially by the time people do meet him, he could be crawling, sitting up, eating. I mean, who knows how long this is going to go on for, and I'm finding it really, really hard mentally. I have good days, I have bad days where I think about it all and it makes me really upset. Talking about it now is making me feel quite teary. And it's just really bloody hard to have a baby that nobody can see and nobody is able to meet. No one's really given him a hug. I know, because of lockdown, blah blah. But, you know, under normal circumstances we'd been going to baby groups. He's missed out on all the baby groups that I've done with the girls. You know, yes, I'm sure I could take him when he's a little bit older, but it's not the same. There were so many things I wanted to do. You know, potentially by the time lockdown's over, I will be going back to work and we won't have done anything as together, anything to bond, anything together, just the 2 of us. And I am finding that really hard in my head to get my head around, like really hard. We're already, you know, halfway through May. You know, if the girls don't go back to school until September, that's only a couple of months and I'm due back at work. And it's just really hard, actually. I'm sure anyone who's had a baby now will understand. I guess if I'd had him and he'd been able to come home, we would have had a good couple of weeks of people coming to see him. I already felt robbed at the time because he was in NICU for 3 weeks, so that already robbed us of 3 weeks. Then he came home, and then lockdown was pretty much put in force, so it's just pretty rubbish, actually, really rubbish, and I am struggling quite a lot. Yeah, it's hard to be able to give him the time that I want to. You know, in my head, when I found out I was pregnant after so long, I had so many things I wanted to do and really make the most of it. And we are bonding, you know, I am playing with him and hugging, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same at all. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that feel the same as I do. And I just hope there's an end soon. I hope there's an end in sight. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else I can tell you about. I told you his weight, he's not feeding, he has bottles. Yeah, I think that's everything. So, I'm going to end this video. I'm not really sure that it's an overly great video. But anyway, I've documented what I wanted to, and that's how he's getting on. I probably should have done his length, really, to see how long he is. But I'm not going to. If I can, I might insert a little bit, but probably not. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you all again for our next update. Bye everyone.